Movers of the culture, of the culture. Movers of the movers of the culture. Movers of the culture, of the culture. Movers of the culture. Movers of the culture, of the culture. Movers of the culture, of the culture. Movers of the culture, of the culture. Movers of the movers of the culture. All right, welcome back to another episode of Movers of the Culture. I got a special guest here with us, you guys. You guys see him now, but we're gonna get right back into it after this, you guys. From the quality to the turnaround to the pricing to the discounts and all of the free items you get when you order with Keela Design Studio, there's no reason to shop anywhere else. That's the only place I get my customized t-shirts from my company, for all of my artwork, holiday items. There's no other place that I'm rocking with. Make sure you guys go check them out. I'm rocking with it. Welcome back to another episode of Movers of the Culture. As I stated, I do have a special guest here with us today, DJ Ray BLK.
What's going on?
Hey, it's going amazing, man. I'm gonna jump into this introduction. He doesn't need one, but he's definitely gonna get one here on this show, Movers of the Culture, because he is a mover of the culture. So we only gonna do it right. Bear with me; it's a little wordy. So let's see here. He's a DJ, music producer, digital music instructor, and to say the least, a gatekeeper in the music industry. He's worked with some of the world's most known artists, such as Lil Uzi Vert. Yes, I said Lil Uzi Vert. And also on the whole other side of the spectrum, he's also worked with Dave East as well. If you think you can rap, he's out here challenging you. He's saying, do you really got bars? That's what he's asking everyone who says they do music and got bars. He puts on an amazing show when it comes to his IG as well. He's helping the community in every way that he can. If you guys don't know who I'm speaking about or speaking on, it is an honor to introduce you all to the one and only DJ Ray BLK, man. Welcome to the show.
Good evening. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm blessed. Now, I'm blessed to have this opportunity, to share your story and, share some of your wisdom and advice with the people that's out there that's going to be watching this, man, and with myself as well. So we're going to jump right into it. Give us a little background details on, where you're from and how you got into music.
All right, cool. So like you said, my name is DJ Ray BLK. I'm a DJ, producer, songwriter, music educator. I am from New York, Queens, New York to be exact. I grew up in Briarwood, the Briarwood area of Queens, and then in 1998, I moved to the most iconic Queensbridge projects, where I spent 20 years there. And while I was there, I was introduced to music in all facets, from rap, dance, DJing, graffiti, just like just rap culture. Period.
The pure elements of hip hop. You got it all.
Yeah, education and all that. And in high school, I took it upon myself to start dabbling in it. I had some friends that were freestyling in the hallways. I had some friends that were DJing. So I just said, you know what, let me just jump in and see if this is for me. My biggest inspiration was 50 Cent during that time. It was like 2002, 2005. And what really got me into doing it was he did an interview with MTV2, and he explained his formula on how he came up with songs and hooks. And I was like, oh shit, I think I could do that. And from there, I just kept going. I kept going, and it turned into a 15-year career.
Word. And not just to jump over some of the history, but you're in the state where hip hop was, where hip hop started. So you're inside of the, you're not on the outskirts of New York. You're in the middle of it. You're getting it all direct. So what was that like to, before we got to 50 Cent, what was it like to get the, that inspiration, to hear the music being played, to see people outside, how was that experience in of true hip hop? Like,
man, the experience was crazy because before, everybody now has iPods and listen to music in their headphones. But in the late 90s, early 2000s, everything was being played in boom boxes. People had their big speakers out there, and I was listening to Styles P, The Lox, Eminem, Ludacris. Like there would be times where I would just go outside and someone would just have their speaker out there, and they playing the newest album that came out during that time, and it was a great experience to just soak it all in, like DMX, Jay-Z, Nas, you name it, like anything that was popping in the hip hop industry and the genre, I got to hear it. It was definitely an amazing time.
Word. And then, from becoming, from when you started out, from just listening to it, taking in the culture, getting the history, I'm pretty sure, you were getting all of the history as well. What made you, and what was that transition? You were like, besides seeing people in the hallways and, what was that one moment where you were like, yeah, this is for me, and this is something I could definitely do long term?
I think the first time I said I think I could do it is when I was pursuing rap, and I had wrote like a 16 bar verse about my neighborhood, and I had like a little crew. We used to call ourselves Hood Squad, and there's like 6 of us. And I had like, I was like the person that would pick all the beats and like, yo, I think we should do it like this. Like I always had like a producer mindset from the beginning. So like I had spit a verse and everybody's mouth was open like, yo, that was hard. And I'm like, I think I could do this for real. And I just kept doing it.
Word. So you started out rapping and then transitioned into, behind the scenes and putting people before you. So what made you do that switch? Was it more of a passion, or it was something you saw would be like,
I wanted to learn.
You can see more success for you. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so I wanted to learn. So like when I first got into the music industry, I'm not gonna lie, I got into it for selfish purposes. I wanted to make money. Like I was good, I was talented, I felt like I was good, but I wanted to make money.
As most of us do. We want to make money for something that we're good at and passionate about, for sure.
So I was moving around trying to shop my stuff. I trying to get a deal, and I didn't really get a record deal up front. I had got a writer's deal first. So the first deal I had got was with iKon's music label, Convict Music, and I was songwriting there, and that's where I got into doing more behind the scenes stuff, learning how songs are made, learning how beats get picked up, learning how to pitch songs, learning how to create beats. I also was around. I interned for this guy named Ty Fife, and he made the beat Rump Shaker with Pharrell, and he also made the beat Straight to the Bank for 50 Cent. So during that time, I was just moving around, learning everything, and just I'm like, I could probably be behind the scenes too. So that's what kind of like pivoted me back into being behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes work. And to speak on that, because that's not something, just to glaze over. You were over there writing with iKon. I mean, he's a writer himself, and the things that he did with his music group is out of here. So what was that experience like to be working with, and how long had you been, writing music up until this point?
All right, so I was writing music for about 4 or 5 years, and I never got to meet iKon directly. I was always in the studio with his writers and his producer team. So like, but because like we were like in like they call it the sweatshop. So like when you're in these places, you're cranking out songs, you're making beats, and like you're just really trying to get it there. So I never really got to see iKon, but I was under the imprint for about a year and a half, and I learned a lot over there.
Word. Nah, I mean, definitely can't take anything away from being over there. I mean, whether you were able to see him directly, your presence in that building and in that company was, I'm pretty sure was definitely felt.
It was definitely felt. It was felt.
For sure. And big congrats. And then working with Ty Fife, that's his name, correct?
Yeah.
And then what was that experience like? Was it similar to the same? Did you get to work with Pharrell directly or not? And what was that experience like?
So this experience is completely different because I got to see artists being broke. So I got to see Nicki's earlier work. I got to see French Montana's earlier work. And there was another guy by the name of Lucky Don. He was always at the studio. So I was there when vocals was getting cut. I was there when beats were getting made. I was there when ideas were being thrown around, just hanging out, eating food and shit. Just seeing what they don't show you in the documentaries and like on TV and stuff like that. That's what I got to see. And that was really dope.
Word, nah, man. It's to a lot of people. would die to be a fly on the wall in some of these sessions and some of these events, and to be able to, you know, to actually live through it and experience it, man, that's something definitely to be saluted. I mean, not only were you there, but you were putting in the work and holding your own. So, man, that's something special. So going from working with the labels, just as a writer, and I'm pretty sure helping with the producing as well. What was the transition after that? Did you go and do your own thing, or what was?
So the next thing, I started young. So I started songwriting at 18, and I went out on my own at 22. So I was there for like about 4 years. iKon and type like that. That was like just like a 4-year run. Then from there, I had bought my own studio equipment, and I started recording music. And then I had got an offer from Capitol Records. Capitol Records had like sent me a contract. They spoke to my parents. They're like, "Yo, you're gonna be the next guy. We're gonna put you on tour, this and that." And unfortunately the contract dissolved. So from there, I got like really, really depressed. Like I was in a dark place for a long time because like I thought that was my big break. Like I had worked so hard. I was in the studio with all these people, and finally I was getting the recognition for my own work. But when it got dissolved, I just kind of like just got upset. So from there, I decided I'm going to learn the music business. I'm going to learn everything I need to learn about the music business, so I don't have to worry or rely, I would say, on a label. So I took 2 years to read every book. I went to every conference. I talked to every manager that I could find. I tried to get as much information I could to be an independent producer and artist.
And business owner at the end of the day, you know, to be able to control your own destiny, where you don't have to go to someone and be waiting for their approval, a yes or a no. So I mean, that's super special, because I went through something similar to that as well, and that time was like, oh man, like what I'm about to do now. Like, I'm done with this. You just take a hiatus, or do you continue to plan? So to be able to see, to know that you continue to push through, and hey, and you're doing your own thing now. So now at this moment, what are we focusing on? I know I saw music, digital teaching as well. What else? What are you working on now?
So right now, I'm really focusing on education, public speaking, and I'm also in the midst of rebranding. So you guys are lucky. This is the last interview as me being under the name Ray Black. So I'm gonna. Yeah, so I'm going from creating a persona to creating a legacy now. So before, like, you know, everybody they change their names and stuff like that. So so I'm
changing. Did it many times.
Yeah, right. So I'm gonna be using my my actual government name. So like my first name is Ray Vaughn, and then my middle name is Levi. So I'm cutting out the Ray, and I'm keeping Levi. So it's gonna be Vaughn Levi. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be posting that and making an announcement later on this year, and I'm gonna be moving towards that. And Vaughn Levi is going to be everything that Ray Ray Black learned in that time where he was songwriting, producing, and running around trying to get on. So I'm going to be focused on music education, create ownership, being as creative as you can, and just making the best possible music that I can, that I love. You know what I mean? Instead of making music for other people.
Hey man, that step in life, just period, whether it's personal or it's a career, that's a special moment that a lot of people don't get to. So to be able to see it in your face and hear it, yo, man, it's big salute to that, man, and keep going, because you have to rebrand yourself. You have to. It's not and it's not in a negative way, because you like didn't have another option. You can continue doing, you know, DJ Ray Black, but to be able to level up and to recognize that it's time to level up is super special. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that I used to be bald and that this product magically brought my hairline and my hair back. It's not one of those commercials. This is a commercial for Lady K Growth Promote. Man, it works. It's all natural. It's done in-house, black-owned company with a hair stylist that has more than 10 plus years under her belt. She takes it serious, and it definitely works, and it feels amazing. People tend to get complacent and in the area that they are because they feel like they're thriving, but you have to continue to push yourself. You have to.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, this next section of the show is a little less serious. Explain those pictures. I got a couple pictures here. I'm gonna show them to you, and you just give us some, background details of what's going on.
All right, cool. Put me on.
All right. So the first one is this one.
All right, cool. So this was a legendary event, and it was one of the first festivals that I was part of. It's called the Queens Hip Hop Festival, and
Right.
I was the headline DJ as well as the host for the beat battle there, and we were able to get Funk Flex to be a keynote speaker at one of the conferences there that we had, like one of the open talks, like a TED talk.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah,
Flex.
Yeah. Flex came through. So yeah, all like that picture is me and the team that collectively put the event together. And we all had our shirts on, but I wanted to stand out, so I wore my own shit. But yeah, so that's right there. Mm-hmm.
Word, nothing wrong with that. You definitely got to stand out from the crowd for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see here. The next picture is, let's see here.
All right, yeah. So this is a different one. All right, so this is me in South Carolina. I had went on a small how do we say that, like a one-stop tour with the artist that I'm working with, Jam Young, and we had just got finished doing a video shoot for one of his videos, one of his songs, and we had wrapped up. It was about like 10 o'clock at night. It's crazy because like during that time we were like in a house where like the dude that was filming the video, he had a dog, and I had like went out of the back door like to go smoke a cigarette and shit, and his dog flew out. So like I had went to go get him, and after that picture I was like hella tired, so that was just me, like just over it, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Word. Cool. Oh man. So the next section is another more light section of the show. It's like either or a question. So the first one is best festival in New York to attend, or best festival that you've been a part of.
All right, so I'm going to plug two. The best festival, if you're into hip hop, I would definitely say the Brooklyn Hip Hop Festival. It's a 3-day festival where it is hip hop acts from local all the way up to A-list artists like Mos Def, Common, even Jay-Z was there 2017. So that's a great one. Yeah, it's from Friday to Sunday, and they have a bunch of vendors out there in the streets of Brooklyn. You can go to the concerts, you can meet a bunch of people, mingle, just listen to music, just really soak up all of the hip hop culture. And then the next one I would suggest is Electric Zoo. So like if you're into like EDM and like high paced pop music, that's definitely the spot. Like it's really dope. They have it in this the stadium called iKon Stadium, and it'd be packed. Like it's like at least 2,000 people in there, man. They got the lights going, they got the big TVs and the smoke and shit. It's wild. Like it's a party. Like they throwing like water guns in the crowd, and they throwing cakes out there. It's great. It's great.
Yeah, it's a big party. Word.
They partying.
Word. All right. And the second question is one thing that you can't live without.
One thing that I can't live without. One thing I can't live without nowadays is sparkling water. I love that shit, man. So I love sparkling water.
What is it about sparkling water? I'm pretty sure I know what it is, and I don't think it's that good. So
sparkling water is good. I think sparkling water is good because it gives you the elements of soda, and it's still healthy without being soda. And then they have different fruit flavors. So I'm on the pina water now. So it's coconut and pineapple together. It's dope. I fuck with it hard. I love it.
Well, I might have to try a couple different ones because some people tried to put me onto them, and I was like, nah.
I'm not gonna lie. Some of them taste like gym water. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like,
yeah. Exactly. That's
yeah. So I
with
totally
a little
understand.
fizz on your tongue.
Yeah, so like you definitely have to go through a couple of brands to see what you like, and then once you find a brand you like, you'll stick with it. You'll stick with it for
For
sure.
sure, for sure, for sure. Now, with everything going on, the corona, it's shutting down a lot of work for DJs, people in the entertainment world. Period. What has this period been like for you? Has it been more of a sit back and planning, and of course you've been rebranding, but
Mm-hmm.
was that a thought before this happened, or while this happened, and what else have you been working on?
Well, the rebrand actually it was a thought after coronavirus because
Okay.
like you said, things have shut down, and being in New York is very fast paced, so you don't have a lot of time to think. You know what I mean? So like during this time, I was just looking at how social media works and how people really react to different content. And the great thing about coronavirus that besides there's no really great thing about coronavirus, but one thing I did learn about coronavirus for entertainers, it brought everybody on the same level. So like a lot of the people that you weren't able to reach out to, now you can see them on their live feed. You can go to their OnlyFans. You can talk to them on Facebook Live or whatever platform that they're using. Like even Clubhouse, like that's the new thing now. You can talk to these celebrities on at least conversation level. Maybe not eye level, but conversation level.
For sure, they're definitely a lot more accessible.
Right. And then I'm starting to see that not everybody is winning. Everybody's just trying to figure it out. So during my time of the coronavirus, I've been doubling down on teaching. I've been Zoom teaching, tutoring, mentoring on Zoom, and just really figuring out what my next move is for the next year, the next 2 years. Because like when I was being in New York, you moving around. Like where's the next gig? How do I get some money? Like, oh, this person needs beats. This person's going to the studio. How do I do this? How do I do that? So it was a good time to have some zen and really just be alone and be inside myself and just watch what everybody else is doing. You know what I mean? So like I definitely took some time and learned more about social media and media period. For sure.
Definitely, it has been a period where it set us all down for sure. And
Mm-hmm.
what you do with that time is important. A lot of people, I'm not even gonna say a lot of people aren't using it to further themselves. I believe a lot of people are definitely using this time to whether rebrand themselves or follow a passion that they had in the past and
Mm-hmm.
actually live it out. So man, that's amazing to hear. You spoke on it a little bit, the teaching aspect. How can people learn all of the keys and the wisdom that you have from being in the music industry, from producing, from writing? Where can people go and how can people get participate?
YouTube University, man. This type of it. A one Google search will open up the gates to whatever you want to learn. To be honest, if you want to holler at me, you could actually tap into my DM and I'll set up a tutoring session, and then we can figure out exactly what your wants are, what your needs are, and then we'll get you to that space. But if not, the first thing I would suggest is YouTube University and Google for sure.
Word. So it's not like a for sure structure. You're just giving out game to people who ask and request it, and you're just giving it out to them in that manner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got you, man. That's even better to know that it's not even about the monetary value. You're just giving it just off of the strength. And
It's
man,
for the people, man. Because like what, not to cut you off, but
no, go ahead.
um, I asked every question. I tried to get in every room, and I was told no several times. So I'm not going to pull the ladder down from where I'm at. I'm willing to reach out and help people when they ask the right questions. Don't ask no stupid shit like, yo, how could you put my song on your next mixtape? Like, but just ask real questions like how do I set up a Spotify account? Like what is publishing? What do it take to start an actual business? What does it take to start a studio? How much money do I need? Like those type of questions. I'm willing to answer those.
For sure. Nah, man, big salute to that as well, man.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. So you've worked with celebrities, you've gotten deal opportunities, you're rebranding yourself right now in your company. what is next for DJ Ray Black, but the new you?
Okay, so what's next for DJ Ray Black is finishing up all the projects that I started as DJ Ray Black. Then I'm going to evolve and rebrand into Vaughn Levi, right? And then I'm going to start creating online curriculum for music production, online curriculum for DJing, online curriculum for music business, and I want to also get into motivational speaking, public speaking, and just being of service to the music culture. Like those are my main things.
Word, nah, man, that's something we can all get behind, and definitely looking forward to it all. Before we go and I let you out of here, is there anything that we haven't touched on that you want to, share with the people? Give them any details about new projects or anything of that sort, anything at all that we didn't touch on.
Follow the Instagram page, who is DJ Ray Black right now. There's going to be a lot of new surprises as Vaughn Levi. So remember this name, Vaughn Levi. That guy is a different being. You know what I mean? Ray Black did his thing. That's who I was, but who I am is Vaughn Levi. You know what I mean?
Vaughn Levi.
Watch out for that. Watch out for that boy.
Word. And hey, it's to wrap things up. I just want to say thank you on behalf of my company. Thank you for me personally to be able to sit down with you and to pick at your brain about who you are as a person. That way, it gives people as well some details, and it allows them to appreciate you more because they don't just see you as an object or put up on this type of pedestal without knowing the work and the effort that you put in to get to that point. So I want to say thank you on behalf of all the artists, all the DJs that you've helped, everyone who you touched in a little bit and might have not given it back or thought about, saying thank you. Thank you on behalf of them. It's been a pleasure to sit down with you. We definitely have to do it again.
Yes, absolutely.
So I can meet the other, Ray
Vaughn Levi.
Vaughn Levi. So I can meet Vaughn Levi and get put up on game from him and share his beginning with the world as well. So I just want to say thank you again for sitting down with me, man. We definitely have to do it again as well. And anytime you have any information or any news that you want to put out, definitely send it my way. You don't have to even put a description in there. It could be a link, a song, anything that you have going on. And I'm going to post it on the website. The website goes live in December. So I would definitely be anything, literally anything. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Anything that you have going on, I want to share it with the world. More positivity from other people like yourself is definitely needed in this world. And I want to say thank you so much for putting all the effort and positivity into the world that you're doing and that you continue to do, man. Stay strong. Keep your head up like I already know you're going to. And I'm definitely looking forward to doing this again.
Thank you so much, man. It's an honor to be thought as a mover of the culture. That's dope.
Hey, you definitely are. If no one's ever told you that or told you yet or haven't told you enough, you definitely are a mover of the culture. And a legend in its own way for sure. So just continue doing what you're doing, man, because people are watching, including myself. And again, this has been another episode of Movers of the Culture, you guys. Hey, stay tuned. Peace. Thank you so much, King.
All right, my dude.
See
you.
Movers of the culture, of the culture. Movers of the movers of the culture. Movers of the culture, of the culture. Movers of the culture. Movers of the culture, of the culture. Movers of the culture, of the culture. Movers of the culture, of the culture. Movers of the culture.